5 seconds. Start. Honorable Chairperson, Sir, thank you very much for giving me this opportunity to take part in the discussion on the very important bill, namely the weapons of mass destruction and their delivery system prohibition of unlawful activities amendment bill of 2022. Sir, the original act of 2005 has to be amended. Section 12A has to be incorporated by means of which the financing of all these activities financing also is becoming an unlawful activity in respect of weapons of mass destruction can be stopped. I fully support this amendment bill subject to certain specific clarifications from the Honorable Minister. Sir, it is well accepted that the weapons of mass destruction are always a threat to international peace and security. Nuclear weapons, chemical weapons, biological weapons have already been described as weapons of mass destruction by the Resolution 1540 of 2004 of the United Nations Security Council. On the basis of that, we enacted a legislation in 2005 and that bill was piloted by the then External Affairs Minister Shri Natwar Singh. That original act now has to be amended through this bill. Sir, we have had the bitter experience of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. On August 6 and August 9, 1945, around 66,000 people died instantly and around 1,60,000 people died because of radiation related diseases by the end of that year. This was the level of devastation caused by these weapons of mass destruction. That is why, in my opening remarks itself, I have stated that these weapons are against international peace and security. Under these circumstances, the disarmament policy of the Government of India has to be highlighted at all the international forums. These were first invented by Germany during the First World War. Weapons like poison gas and pressurized tanks, which spread deadly toxins over the battlefield, were used by Germany for the first time. Such weapons killed and wounded thousands of people during the First World War. All these bitter experiences convinced the Nations to incorporate and adopt this resolution of 1540 in the United Security Council on 28 April 2004 in Chapter 7. It is still in existence and India is a strong of the disarmament policy. Our policy is also very specific with regard to CTBT and NPT. We have to protect and safeguard the interests of the country, and at the same time, we will not use this weapon at first. Such a policy had been framed and is in place since independence. Just a while ago, Shri Bashir Sahib said, "We have to salute our forefathers for devising consistent policy in respect of nuclear disarmament." Sir, coming to the provisions of this amending bill, I would like to seek a few clarifications from the External Affairs Minister. This is meant to stop financing for proliferation as well as its delivery. Now, here it says if any person may include a company, and the definition of a company is according to section 20 of the original act. So it is very clear. Section 20 says a company includes a group of individuals also. There is no fault in the definition, and there is also no harm in using the phrase if any person. I agree with it. My reservation is this: I would like know whether the provisions of the original act were not sufficient to deal with this subject also. I would like quote section 17 of the original act. It says punishment for aiding non-state actor or terrorist. Any person who, with an intent to aid any non state actor or terrorist, contravenes the provisions of Section 9 of this Act shall be punishable with imprisonment for a term which shall not be less than 5 years, but which may extend to imprisonment for life, and also be liable to fine. Any person with an intent to aid, aid here means with an intent to finance. So financing would then mean and include involvement in proliferation and delivery of the weapons of mass destruction, and will come within the purview of section 15 of the act. This is an amendment to the original act. My question to the honorable minister is whether or not the amendment is highly required or essential. There is no doubt that I fully support the amendment. Already, the existing provision in the original act itself is very clear, but there is no provision to seize the property, to which I agree. Abets or attempts to contravene means a person or a company who is financing this proliferation of the weapons of mass destruction and their delivery also. Here, section 17 will be attracted. I would like to seek these clarifications from the Honorable Minister. Also, section 3, sub clause 4 is very clear. The applicability of the Act is also very clear. There is no ambiguity in this. I am only seeking a clarification. Hence, I fully support the bill. With these words, I conclude. Sir, I would like to support the bill. Sir, let me first of all take the opportunity to appreciate our Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi for transforming our nation as a global leader through several significant strategic initiatives. Thanks to the vision and leadership of our Honorable Prime Minister, India is now playing an active role in being a constructive contributor in the efforts to create an international order through reformed and human centric globalization. I also wish to appreciate our Honorable Minister of External Affairs, Shri Jai Shankar, whose guidance and efforts are helping India secure improved bilateral relations and regional stability. Stop.